it had a lot of that Baltimore game look to it where, he was locked in early, established his fastball. I don't think he hung a slider all night. Either he painted it or he got him to swing down and away. Changeup was working. Other than the leadoff triple, there really wasn't a lot of threats, and he did a nice job of dodging that bullet too. So, he got a big hit for us, which is always a little bit surprising. These guys don't get a chance to swing the bats very much, but he was dominant, and manager likes those games where you don't have a lot of decisions to make.
As the game's going on and he's still continuously throwing first pitch strikes, what were your thoughts as that just continued batter after batter?
Well, I wasn't trying to hex the situation, but he was averaging less than 10 pitches per inning through the game for the most part. It was just setting up really well if he could continue to have a chance to throw a complete game. There was just a lot of quick outs, pitching from ahead most of the night. I don't think he threw more than 30 balls the whole game, which is pretty impressive.
And then when he comes up to bat with the bases loaded, what were your honest expectations about what might come out there on the at-bat? Well,
you're hoping for the best. I don't think Ervin really gets nervous in those situations. If something good happens, something good happens. The outfielders were obviously playing a little bit in to prevent the bloop, and, he just found a spot out there. He split Span and Pence and got the ball to fall. It was a huge hit.
What was kind of the reaction in the dugout after that double?
I think the fact that we only play, less than 10 of these interleague games on the road, there's always a little extra tension when our pitchers get at-bats, and for a guy to come through in that situation, it's a lot of excitement on the bench, to say the least.
How impressive is it, too? And you guys know that everybody's been scouted, but Ervin's never faced the Giants before, and he went out there and he obviously had a great outing.
Well, minimum at-bats for those guys. I know Span's faced him a few times, a couple of guys, maybe a couple at-bats, but it's always different when you're in the box. You can watch video and you can try to get an idea what a guy's going to do, but you got to get in there and see it firsthand. I'm not sure where the advantage lies in those situations, but tonight it definitely favored the pitcher.
You were talking before the game that you want to announce the pitcher for Sunday after tonight's game. Who's going to be?
We're gonna call up one of our starters from AAA, Nick Turley. Pretty good story. Signed with the Yankees. He bounced around a little bit, had to go through independent ball. He's been having a nice season, bouncing around from AA and AAA. He's been throwing the ball really well as of late, and we're going to go ahead and announce him as the probable for Sunday, and hopefully he'll be here tomorrow.
You mentioned the surprise when a pitcher gets a hit like that. Did you have a real good idea what kind of hitter he was going in?
Well, I've seen him just in a very small sample size in the interleague play here the last couple of years. He had that year with Atlanta, so he's had some at-bats. He knows enough to try to put the ball in play and not overswing. If you somehow put it in play, something good might happen, and that's kind of what happened in that particular at-bat.
It surprised you to know he was talking about how much he was looking forward to hitting before the game?
He told me that he wasn't really too concerned about results. He was just hoping to get 4 at-bats because that means he would have pitched well. So he was on the money.